Well, it is 10 years now, and I can't believe it's been 10. Early on, I was able to participate in one or two of these. My hockey schedule, though, inevitably seems to be in conflict with the Waterloo Region Family Network's Evening of Elegance, but that doesn't mean we can't talk about it on the show, and so we will. Sue Simpson is the executive director at WRFN, the Waterloo Region Family Network. Joins us in studio. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, Mike. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, as always, to have you here. And Jody Purdy is with us as well. And Jody is on the fundraising working group with WRFN. Always nice to see you two. Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. It really is. So, Sue, let's start with the Waterloo Region Family Network itself. How did it get started? What do you do?
Well, we're actually celebrating 15 years of WRFN this year, so we're really excited about that. It started as a homegrown family network founded by 5 parents who have children with loved ones or family members that have a disability or mental health need. And so really realizing that there was a need in community to support them on their journeys, to connect them to each other and connect them to resources that are in our community. So we're so excited now. 15 years, it's hard to believe, and we've now supported over 4,200 families.
Yeah, it really is. And I remember those roots with just those families, those 5 sets of parents that came together to create this organization. And here we are 15 years later, all those children helped along the way. How do you do it funding-wise, though? Where are the funding sources coming from for WRFN?
Funding is always a challenge. We appreciate any funding that we do receive. We do not receive any direct government funding, so that makes it harder. We have an amazing partnership model, so we have partners who support us on a regular basis annually, as well as some grants. So we're always looking for various grants. We've been fortunate to have some general operating support for the last 5 years, which makes a difference because we can use those funds the way we choose to that are most beneficial to the families that we're supporting and the resources we can share. And then it's fundraising. So Evening of Elegance is a huge part of that because it's our only main fundraising event. We do have annual appeals and a spring appeal as well, but this is our only physical event of the year.
Yeah, and it's a big one, and it's an important one, and enter the fundraising working group and the work that you and your team do, Jody. I mean, I can only imagine the amount of effort and work that goes into creating a signature event like this and fundraising for such an important organization.
Well, typically it starts with the Evening of Elegance in the previous year. So 2024, we start tidying up and I go beside Sue and I say, okay, so for next year, right? And that's where we start the conversations because it's fresh in our mind. And we do have a wrap-up meeting right after the event with our wonderful working group. And we talk about things that we loved, things that we can improve on, and how do we capture more members of our community, and how do we get more engagement.
Yeah.
Right. So it's an immediate conversation while everything's fresh, and it happens throughout the course of the year. So it's not something that we can throw together or have ever tried to throw together. It's a constant work in progress.
When you look back, Jody, over those 10 years, this being the 10th for the Evening of Elegance, have you seen that engagement increasing?
We have, right? We also had, obviously, everyone had COVID, and we had that shift, but we were very fortunate that we were able to think on our toes, and we had more of a virtual event, which was amazing. We had a cooking event online where you could engage with your family, so that was a really nice twist that we were able to offer, and delicious, too. I think we made shawarma that evening. And we see an increase in our attendance yearly. And of course, we'd love to see more, right? There's always an opportunity to grow. And if we have to get a bigger venue, that's a good problem to have.
Absolutely.
Right? So we're always reaching out to anybody in the community that would be interested in attending. There's always tickets available. At this point, we have tickets available until April 4th. And people can get the tickets online at WRFN.info. And we welcome anybody who's interested in participating. It's a wonderful evening with great food and wine pairings. And we always provide some sort of entertainment twist in the evening as well. And it's a good opportunity to network and mingle as well.
WRFN.info, those ticket sales continuing until next Friday, April the 4th. And the event comes up end of April. What can you tell us about the Evening of Elegance itself, Jody?
Well, it's definitely an elegant evening. So it is going to be happening this year at Confederation Hall. We will be starting our event at 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Tickets are available at $150 per person. And then we have a different menu this year where we are going to offer people different kinds of pastas available. We'll have a pasta station as well as a chili station for a different twist this year. And build your own salad station where we'll offer different kinds of proteins with that as well. And then my favorite that I'm looking forward to is the cheese and chocolate station.
Hello.
So you'll find me over at the chocolate-covered strawberry. So that's definitely where I will be this evening. And we're just looking forward to just having everybody out there.
Absolutely. Sue, what does this evening mean to the Waterloo Region Family Network in terms of what it provides towards your annual funding, towards the awareness in the community, et cetera?
It means so much, Mike. It's especially awareness in the community. It builds awareness. We appreciate all who come and enjoy the evening. Some of the families we support are able to come, not always, but it's also an opportunity for others in community to learn more about what we do. We're always celebrating the work that we do. We usually have someone who comes as a guest speaker to talk a little bit about that. And it's also a night to honor our volunteers. So every year we choose 1 or 2 volunteers that have been outstanding that particular year. It's really hard because all of our volunteers are outstanding, and we honor them with the Matthew McGregor Volunteer Award each year. And so that's something very special to us. Matthew's family has been a member of our network. Matthew sadly passed away a few years ago, and so it's nice for us to be able to remember him and honor him in that way, but also honor the work of our volunteers. We couldn't do the work that we do without volunteers. We have an amazing staff team, but volunteers add to that, and we just truly appreciate that.
You mentioned earlier, Sue, 15 years now for the organization, Waterloo Region Family Network. Did you ever imagine in year one that we'd be here having this conversation and the organization thriving like it is?
I had hoped we would be,
Sure,
but you never know. It's an idea that 5 parents had to move forward and see what happens. And we've evolved over the years to meet the needs of families, and the needs are certainly increasing and becoming more and more complex. So that has certainly caused us to shift a little bit in how we support, but we are always looking to see what are families looking for from us. And we're very proud to now be, celebrating 15 years is truly amazing. We don't really know where the time went, but I think that's a positive. I think that means that some good things have happened, and we can be really proud of the work that we've done and appreciate the community support that we've had and your support as well. So thank you for having us.
Oh my gosh, always. And Jody, I'm sure you can relate. You and the fundraising working group can relate to time going by so fast because you're so busy planning one event after another.
Yes. So and you blink and it's here, right? But we're thankful for that. We're thankful to see the fruits of our labor, and we're thankful to see all the community engagement that we have. So it pays off in the end, right? You put a lot of heart and soul into this because this is part of your passion. And then when you get to see the end product and you get to see people engaged and enjoying the evening as we always do, and you get the positive feedback, right? We have a lot of people that we will poll after. We'll ask them how they felt about the event, and it's always positive feedback. So that always it feels good, right? It's one of those things that we did right. We reached the people. We connected with people. We engaged new people. That's the big thing. Like Sue said, we're always trying to engage new people to educate and provide that opportunity for more inclusion in our community.
I'm going to encourage you again to become one of those new people reached. Check out WRFN.info. Get a ticket for the Evening of Elegance. Learn more about the Waterloo Region Family Network. And let's keep increasing that reach. Thanks both of you for being here. And Jody, say hi to Big Poppy for me. Okay?
Will do.
Jody Purdy is on the fundraising working group at the Waterloo Region Family Network. Sue Simpson is its executive director. Thank you, Sue.
Thanks, Mike.
This is the Mike Farwell Show, 570 News Radio and Rogers TV.